Hi everybody, my name is Dee. I'm from the channel Kindling Wild and the website Kindling Wild, and today I want to share with you some things that we are really loving in our homeschool right now. I originally started Kindling Wild as a homeschool blog, and I think my niche is just very lifestyle-y because I'm a little bit of an eclectic person, but I want to talk about our homeschool today. And I have been too intimidated to plan to specifically talk about any set curriculum. So what I decided to do is just pick a bunch of things that we're really loving right now and tell you guys about those, and then I'll leave the resources down below, and if it piques your curiosity, then maybe you'll try it out. Sometimes at this time of the year it can be a little bit like we're planning for next year, or even a bit like, oh, we just need like something fun to spice it up. So maybe this will be that for you. We are a homeschooling family. We've been homeschooling for 7 years, 8 years, 8 years. And I have 6 sons. Last year, I had breast cancer and my husband was able to take time off work. So recently, just in January, at the beginning of January, he was back to work, or I guess the end of December, he was back to work, and it's been a lot of work, like long hours and working in the evenings and working on the weekends. So that's another reason why YouTube has suffered a little, but that's fine. It's just YouTube, no problem. So here are some things that I am totally loving right now. I will start with a big one, math. Everybody always wants to know about what math curriculum to use. So I am loving Math with Confidence right now, and I was reluctant to switch to it because I actually really love Math UC, and we are still using Math UC for my oldest son. But I have 2 kids in Math with Confidence now. So some things that I really enjoy about the Math with Confidence curriculum is that it is very nicely laid out in the student workbooks. It's very not overwhelming. Things are organized so that even when clearly I should have grabbed a student workbook to show you. I'll show you a picture right here. Even when they have to do something like long division, you can see that there's little boxes for each digit to go in. So everything is really well laid out for somebody, and then it's less likely that they will be putting the numbers in the wrong column. It also has a bunch of fun games, which thankfully even some of my older kids really enjoy playing with the younger kids, so I don't always have to play the games. And that is really good for my older kids' review as well. So there's lots of games, there's lots of resources, it's really well laid out. There's even picture books recommended for each unit. So if you wanted to, or if you had a good library system, you could be setting aside picture books and having a day where you read a book about math, and it's just like a really solid curriculum. I am a big fan of it. So yes, I have 2 kids in that. I do still really love Math UC, and I kind of hope that we can get the next kid below into Math UC. But one downside of Math UC is that because it is all addition, then all multiplication, then all like a whole year of fractions, it can get a little bit monotonous for kids. And then also you can be, say, in the 4th grade and never done a fraction before, or in the 5th grade and never seen a decimal before, because it has just not at all been introduced in the program. And so if you were planning to try to put them into school, that could be really difficult. Whereas this is just more of a standard, like there's going to be a little bit of fractions, a little bit of decimals, or whatever. Something else we're really loving right now, look how cute this Lent printable is. Somebody colored a little bit on this, but we're coloring them as we go along. It's just a really cute little Lent printable, and it's free, and I'm gonna link this for you because we really enjoyed it. It's got Laetare Sunday on there. It's got some big feast days. It's got First Fridays, and it's really beautiful, and the kids are really enjoying that. So they have those in their notebooks, and they just color the day, and that's part of our like liturgical living right now. Something I'm really enjoying, I don't actually know if my kids are liking it or not. They don't complain. I'm really enjoying our picture study this year. We have been having an absolute blast looking at Raphael pictures, and it just all comes like it's just too easy. You could never not do it because it's so simple. You read from the book, you study the pictures. It's just so easy, and it really adds some more. It's a whole other subject added into your week, and it takes 10 minutes, but it's beautiful. We have been really enjoying, I don't know if she's gonna get mad at me for this, but my sister is a really good writer, and she wrote this story, which I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share the title. I should probably have asked, but this is her manuscript, and I'll just say that we did a compare and contrast with Winter Story from Brambley Hedge. So this one was a bit longer, a little bit older oriented, and my children actually enjoyed it more than Brambley Hedge, which I think is glowing praise because they also love Brambley Hedge. But just because this is kind of like a chapter book, maybe not like the level of our Redwall, but yeah, it was a really good story. I hope she's going to make it into a series, and I hope that she will allow me to share it with you in some capacity. Hopefully very soon. Maybe she'll self-publish it or something. But it is so fantastic. So that's my sister, Kirsty McGregor, and I just absolutely loved this story. We were just dying to read the next chapter every single time. Now, we were reading Winter Hedge from Brambley Story and Snow Treasure because these are the books from Read Aloud Revival Premium right now. We joined Read Aloud Revival, oh my goodness, so many years ago. And in different seasons, I haven't always kept up my membership with them. But I think Read Aloud Revival, like the podcast, might have been something that, it was definitely something that I was listening to when I was still working at the library, because I was working with some of the homeschooled families, and I would do a homeschool read aloud every week and activities along with it, and I read this with them, so maybe that was her recommendation back then. So anyway, we really love using Read Aloud Revival Premium because they have author interviews, tutorials with artists, like the kids of Jill Barclay were on for an interview. That was really interesting. And so there's always something fun going on over there. So we have been really enjoying that this winter. And it's something that I barely have to plan for, right? Like we read the book, we might do a couple of the activities, and there's cool, interesting videos and resources there, all planned for you in whatever capacity that you want them. Something else that I've really been enjoying is this science curriculum. This is by Dr. J.L. Weil. It's called Science in the Beginning. And so basically it goes through like the creation story, but it talks about all kinds of really cool science topics. So first day of creation, let there be light. So all about light, how the human eye sees, reflection, absorption, all kinds of cool stuff like that. I really wish he had closed the door. Let me just do that quickly. And we're back. So all about water, water in its gas phase. And there's really, really, really easy, so easy, little science experiments for each one, but it's actually just stuff that you could do right in your house with what you have right around you. My children are really enjoying it. like, oh, you need a 9-volt battery for this one, but like, you know, it's really easy things to get, not expensive at all. So we've been really enjoying this science book. It's very interesting. And then another thing that we are liking is The Good and the Beautiful. I can't think. The Good and the Beautiful Bookshop, Library. I forget what they call it. They have, so this is not a non-curriculum item, but it is leveled along with their curriculum. They have all of these fun books to read. And I like that they are labeled. So here's a 1B. Mark leaves Mars. So it's easy enough for people who are reading at their 1B level in their curriculum to read. But it's interesting and fun, and the illustrations, it's full color, you know. So that has been really nice. So here's an example of a 3A. Here's an example of a 3A. So a little bit more complex, still illustrated, but it's not illustrated on every single page. It's a chapter book. So yeah, that's been really nice to have these in our homeschool. I got them last year. But yeah, the kids have just been really enjoying them because sometimes it gets to be a lot of reading from your reader and they want to read something different. And it can be really frustrating to be attempting to read a book that you're not ready for. So that's been super nice to have. And I find that they work well with All About Reading phonics, which is what we typically use. We have some in All About Reading and some in Logic of English, because that's just what I do. I just do different things for different kids. But we started with All About Reading and then we moved to Logic of English online, so that's why we do both. And something else that I have been enjoying a lot, just a me thing, is I'm giving this a reread with my book club. It's Interior Castle by St. Teresa of Avila, and she's just so funny. So I really encourage you to try reading this book. If you've never read it before, you might not like it, but I'm really enjoying it. I have read, I think, at least most of it before. I don't think I enjoyed it as much then, but maybe I just have been given the grace to enjoy it more now. So I might cut that out because that's not really a homeschool thing. Should I leave it? Should I cut it out? Mother culture. It's a homeschool topic. Okay, so those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, one more thing. Those are the 9, and here's the 10th thing that I have been really enjoying. I forgot to specifically mention Snow Treasure just as it's on its own. If you guys have an extended winter and you want to read a fun winter book, grab Snow Treasure because it is a really cool, it's set in the 1940s, and it's set in Norway in the 1940s, and there was a Nazi occupation there. And it's all about the kids. It's not scary, so you don't have to feel like if you have really sensitive kids who would be worried about that kind of thing, I don't think that they would have any trouble with this. I have read it before. There might be maybe one slightly intense scene. I just don't find it's not written very intensely. So probably it would be fine. It's kids doing heroic stuff, and it's very fun, and it's very wintry. So even if you don't join Read Aloud Revival Premium to experience the family book club alongside it, just reading this is so fun. It should be available at a lot of libraries because it's been out for a very long time. And it's also not an expensive book if you wanted to buy it. So those are the 10 things that we're really enjoying in our homeschool right now. I hope that you guys will leave in the comments something that you're really enjoying so we can just spread the love and the fun. And let me know if you also like any of these things or if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm a mom of boys, so my things tend to lean a little bit more masculine in this house. But yes, those are some things that we're enjoying. And now we have to go because we do stuff on Fridays, so I better get going. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me.